the foot of Jiuhua Mountain, there's an all-natural tomato farm. They strictly manage the soil and ensure the safety of the water supply. They also insist on safe and hygienic pesticide-free cultivation methods. To help the tomatoes grow better, they even invested in a high-tech greenhouse that strictly controls growth conditions to produce delicious and sweet cherry tomatoes. When visiting Tongluo, I recommend a place that reminds me of a familiar childhood flavor. Whether it's Thai spicy sour soup, Thai glass noodle dishes, or other dishes, we always added this ingredient, cherry tomatoes. I'm here to try Tongluo's tomatoes and see what makes them different. Hello, Brother Neo. Good morning. I'd like to ask the first question. What variety of tomatoes are grown here? Cherry tomatoes of the Yunnu maiden variety. How is it different from others? On the market, most tomatoes have thick skins. The Shengnu Saintis cherry tomatoes. They're easier to grow and can be grown outdoors. This variety with thick skins can be grown indoors. Yes, it's more delicate. So how do we harvest them? When do you normally harvest? You check if they're ripe. If the tomato is red, it can be picked. The redder the better. For example, it takes about a week for a green one to turn red. Then it's ready to be picked. A week? Yes, and it takes about 3 days for it to turn from orange to red. Do you need any tools? No tools are needed. You can use your hands. It's actually very easy. There's a joint at the top. You bend it upwards and it comes off easily. This is what we see on the market, cherry tomatoes with stems. And I noticed there are tiny hairs on them. That's a sign of freshness. A sign of freshness? Usually people think the stem indicates freshness, but actually during harvesting, the hairs are the real sign of freshness. However, those hairs fall off after 2 or 3 days, so relying on the stem is also a good way to determine freshness. And I'm curious, how do you grow tomatoes like this? What made you decide to build this greenhouse? It must have been quite an investment, right? Let me put it this way. My farming area is 1 hectare. Just for the greenhouse, I spent around 10 million NT. 10 million? Yes. So this is a significant investment. But to put it this way, with the current abnormal climate conditions, you can't control the weather. So it means you can only make sure that the environment inside is better than outside. I can only prevent certain issues. It's like I'm putting this money up front to invest in preemptive measures. And for you, as we slowly pick them, you have to pick each cherry tomato one by one? How many do you pick in a day? Basically, I don't count the number of tomatoes. In a day, given my large farming area, I hire farmhands to help. My daily output is about 300 to 400 jin, around 180 to 240 kilograms. 300 to 400 jin? Yes, that's a lot. How much does something like this weigh? This is just over 2 jin, about 1.2 kilograms. A full bucket like this would be around 8 jin. I'd like to ask, if I buy cherry tomatoes to take home today, how should I store them and how long can they last? At room temperature, they can last for a week. No need to refrigerate them. A week? Yes, because if you leave them for 2 or 3 days, they'll taste even better than they do now. And if I refrigerate them, how long can they last? At least over 2 weeks. Some of my customers have kept them for a month. Since they're so delicious, I'll give them a try. Can I eat them right here? Yes, you can. They're so juicy. The juice just bursts in my mouth. And the balance of sour and sweet is perfect. It's not too sour, and the sweetness is just right. Actually, the tomatoes you usually eat outside are typically 2 days old. That's why you only taste sweetness. Fresh tomatoes have a slight tartness. This sweet and sour taste and the thick skin are the special traits of this variety. They can only be grown indoors. Really? Yunnu cherry tomatoes have really thick skins. Their sweet and tangy, juicy taste instantly explodes in your mouth. They're simply irresistible. After savoring these precious gems of Tongluo, Yuyang seems to have found a place closely tied to Tongluo's history, a culture center that he wants to recommend to everyone. The Tongluo 1895 Cultural Center. Originally, it was Tongluo train station's disused warehouse facing demolition. 2 years ago, a local community group transformed it with themes of Hakka literature, the Yiwei War, and local revitalization into a cultural and lifestyle center.
Personally, I find this item particularly fascinating. I'm not quite sure what's special about this seal, because it seems to be very precious, right?
This seal, this one here, is the national seal of the Republic of Formosa. The national seal. Yes, in 1895, when Taiwan was ceded to Japan. At that time, a man named Zhang Zhidong established the Republic of Formosa. Right. This seal here is...
A replica of the original one from that time.
It's a reproduction.
Oh, reproduction.
Yes, a reproduction. Currently in Taiwan, there's only one seal carved from Shoshan stone.
And it's here. And when you stamp it, it looks just like that. I understand. So, Brother Fu, actually, I know that this used to be a train station warehouse, right?
Yes, that's what it used to be.
When I came in, I saw a room over there with lots of old photos.
Yes.
This place seems like a ruin, and there was something posted above with an Indonesian name. What was that?
That was from Indonesians in the early days who ran a restaurant here. Yes, because before that, this was a train station transit hub. It was abandoned for quite some time. Then the Railway Bureau planned to reclaim it, demolish it, and turn it into a gravel storage site. Yes, we thought that would be such a waste, so we applied to preserve it. Yes, and now we've made it a local cultural center like this.
Yes, I think it's amazing because you've really preserved some of the old designs and parts of the old walls and combined them with modern cultural elements. It's wonderfully done.
In this cultural center full of the marks of time, one can closely study Tongluo's place in Taiwan's modern history and its moving legacy of defending the nation, a heroic epic that stirs the heart. You can also personally experience the details of life from that era. It not only enriches the memories of the journey, but also reveals the historical charm of Tongluo and its profound cultural heritage. Autumn's daughter in Tongluo. Everything here is perfectly beautiful. This is Tongluo as described by author Yen Ailin, and it matches perfectly with every touching moment we've experienced today. It turns out Tongluo isn't just about poetic scenery. It also has much to offer through its historical context, cuisine, agriculture, and traditional crafts. In the fusion of the old and new, it weaves a rich and vibrant charm. It's truly worth coming to Tongluo to savor. The breeze here is so soothing.
This place is so quiet.
The Tongluo Tea Factory. This entire area is covered in tea leaves. It's so beautiful.
It's stunning and the breeze is so relaxing.
This Tongluo journey, which place left the deepest impression on you?
Personally, I like the natural landscapes the most, the nature here. The naturally preserved wood pieces have such unique shapes. They've been passed down along with techniques. I think they're stunning.
For me, it was the chrysanthemum fields. An entire field. It was breathtaking. And we've had chrysanthemum tea before. Yes, but the chrysanthemum cake and chrysanthemum ice cream, yes, those are really novel. They were so delicious. Everyone must come and try it. Now let's end by enjoying the amazing tea here.
Sure.
I'm Will.
I'm Ouyang.
And this is Linking368 Taiwan. Which town will we visit next?
See you
guys
next time.
路途西经，充满生命力。我的决心，让台台延绵。过去现在，好未来无限。台湾发展，全世界兴盛。勇敢热情，脚步不停。伫汪洋中，要有向未来。华丽转身，华丽转身，咱做伙华丽转身。伫汉子啊，心手相连下，拼出一片台湾。坚强勇气，坚强勇气，咱斗阵坚强勇气，成为一尾坚强